Hello, I'm Tess Pocock, welcoming you to the first installment of our Ends in Action series here on Channel 12. Our goal is to show you how students in the Des Moines Public Schools are meeting the graduate ends set forth by our school board. Here to help me do that is School Board President Ginny Strong. Thanks for joining us today, Ginny.
It's my pleasure to be here, Tess.
Well, tell us a little bit about the graduate ends, what they are, how they came about, and really what it means for our students.
Well, thank you. First of all, the school board a couple of years ago asked the community an important question: what knowledge, skills, and abilities do our graduates need to possess in order to be successful at the next stage of their lives, whether it's post-secondary education, entering the workforce, and as members of families and so forth. And we identified, along with the community, 5 key areas. The first of which is students need to demonstrate the ability to be lifelong learners. Secondly, that they demonstrate, obviously, an understanding of a rigorous curriculum. And what you're doing today, Tess, falls under this rigorous curriculum, and that's public speaking, that you're comfortable in talking before the public on Channel 12. Thirdly, it's technological and information literacy, very important for students to possess those skills. And then we go to world awareness, possessing skills to live and work with a diverse community in a diverse world. And finally, being self-directed and autonomous learners. And that's the end that we're actually looking at today.
Well, our show today is called Ends in Action, so let's get to some of the action. As you said, our focus today is on creating independent learners. And you actually had a chance to see this at Weeks Middle School at their 21st Century After School program.
I certainly did. I had the opportunity to accompany the school coordinator, Lori Ancona. I visited a couple of classes with her, and then at the end of our tour, I got to taste one of the healthy snacks that the students were learning to prepare.
Well, great. Let's take a look.
Hello, I'm Ginny Strong, President of the Des Moines School Board. I'm here at Weeks Middle School today, visiting a couple of after-school programs. Joining me is Lori Ancona, who is the 21st Century After-School Program Grant Site Coordinator. Several years ago, the district identified some very important outcomes for students, and today we're going to visit a couple of after-school programs that demonstrate that our students are becoming independent learners, that they are self-directed and autonomous, and that they have opportunities both during the school day and then outside the regular school day to pursue interests and to explore skills that they might like to attain. So today, Lori is going to give us a little bit of information about the yoga class that's offered after school at Weeks.
Well, first of all, welcome to Weeks. We're glad to have you here today.
Thank you.
And this yoga class that you can see behind us here is taught by Mrs. Abby Nelson. And we thought that it would be a good enrichment program to offer our students for the opportunity to maybe try a type of physical fitness that they hadn't had a chance to try before. As you can see, the class size is small, and they're with their peers, so they have a safe place to try something new, and they can take this skill with them as they get older, and hopefully wellness and physical activity can be a part of their lives as they grow.
One of the outcomes that we're looking at for students in Des Moines Public Schools is that they recognize that they need to pursue activities that promote mental health and physical well-being. And of course, we all know yoga is a great stress buster, and one of the things that they can continue on with throughout their lives.
Absolutely. I think as a person in the education field, all of us teachers are lifelong learners, and we really appreciate the opportunity for ourselves to continue learning, and we can also teach our students by example, and so we have some teachers joining in at times, and I wish I could take the yoga class because it is a stress relieving kind of activity, and we're real happy that we are able to offer it here at Weeks.
How long is the class?
Well, part of the 21st Century Grant has an academic component. So we, at first when the kids come after school, they have a snack and sign in, and we have an academic portion which sometimes is based on the computer, sometimes it's supplemented by math games or literacy types of activities. And we do that for 45 minutes, and then they go on to the second portion, which is the enrichment class, such as yoga, or we have kickboxing, we have photography, different things like that.
Right, and so does the class repeat? Do you have opportunities for other students to take the class throughout the semester?
Absolutely. We are now on session 3. We started back in November, I believe, with session 1. We changed the classes based on what students ask for, within reason, and we recruit teachers here on staff to teach the classes. We give them the first opportunity, but we have a few outside people in the community that come in and work with some of our students as well. So we've probably provided classes for approximately 150 students this school year, and we notice that the program is growing each session. We're serving a larger number of students.
Well, as you're explaining this, something really jumped out at me, and that's that you ask students some of the skills that they might like to acquire, and are there interests that they would like to pursue, and that's exactly what we're talking about in terms of the district end, and that students are self-directed and autonomous learners, and so they've made some choices here, and as much as possible you've tried to accommodate those choices.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure that depends on who you have in the community that might be able to step in and help those students pursue those skills or those interests that they have.
Right. We wanted the students to be able to lead us, and we wanted to meet them where they are at, and one of the most popular was cooking, boys and girls alike. So we wanted to offer things that we knew that they would take with them and that they truly were interested in. So that's how we based our curriculum.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And you know, as I was walking in this afternoon, I smelled a really good aroma, and I was just wondering if that might be part of the cooking class that you mentioned.
I mentioned our most popular class is our cooking class, and let's go take a look and see what they're doing today.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to it.